Hey, what is up? What is good? The Wolf is here with another Mortal Kombat video. It's been a while since I've done this, and I told you before I wanted to do some more online with this game because this game is so damn fun, man. I love me some Mortal Kombat X. I was really liking MK9, got into MKX, and the game is just like everything that MKX does really good. This one does even better, and it does so much more also. And I don't know, I love Mortal Kombat X, Mortal Kombat 10, whatever you want to say. Yes, there are some netcode issues. I will say this game is not absolutely perfect, even though it comes pretty close. The graphics are, just you can see and everything. I've said it time and time again. I think I did some brutalities or fatalities videos, something like that. Anyways, so yeah, this was actually the first online matchup of the day that I did. So coming into this matchup, I was having like the pre-match jitters. Of course, when you start up to getting into multiplayer and everything, the first thought that comes to your head, you're gonna get your ass kicked. So when I was getting in there, I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna get my ass beat. It is what it is. I know it's gonna happen probably. So yeah, I was a little bit jittery, a little bit nervous, and then as soon as it's kind of like the ding ding ding. If you watch the wrestling videos and whatnot, and look at that, I actually get a fatality on the guy. So I'm like, well, hey, if I can do that when I'm got the jitters going, yeah, I should be able to do a pretty decent bang up job in the rest of the matches and whatnot. So Sub-Zero fatality right there. Thanks for the matchup. Who knows? And if any of you guys are watching the video and you are featured in the video, good games. If I'm ever salty during a game when I'm playing it online, that's all it is, just being salty online. We all get a little bit of rage. But this is the next one right here. Kenshi Bell. This Snappy Pappy 2012. Pretty good with Kenshi. I'd give the person credit right there. Knew how to do a zoning game, knew how to do a long range game, really good. And with this, fighting against this variation of Kenshi, I feel like if you get right up to the person, the closer you get, the more lethal you're going to be. You just have to make an opening and run in and try and get Kenshi to open up and just beat him down senseless. So talking about Kenshi and Sub-Zero, so you're seeing two of my mains up on the screen right now. So my number one main in MKX, I do feel right now, is Sub-Zero. I do the absolute best with Sub-Zero. He's just really easy to get into. The buttons are all right there. You don't have to do a whole lot with your little miniature combos. To chain them together I'm guessing it's pretty easy. I actually don't know how to chain combos together, to tell the truth. I pretty much rely on doing like 30% combos. I'm hoping I can kind of learn that sooner or later. I just have not sat down to actually watch videos or anything. I am a lot newer than most to this kind of side scroll, like the original fighting type of games. Me, I'm like a boxing, wrestling, MMA fighter. So this genre, like the original fighting game genre, yeah, I'm still kind of learning. I think I picked it up pretty fast, pretty quickly and everything, because the very first actual fighting game like this that I ever had was Mortal Kombat 9. So it's pretty much like I am learning. I learned straight up how to fight these games on MK9, and now I'm bringing it over to MKX, and I think I'm doing a pretty decent job. I got 9 wins, 9 losses, so I'm still, like I said, I'm still learning the ropes and everything. 2-bar ping. This guy, yeah, he was talking with a roommate or something in the background, so you can hear a little bit of stuff in the background. I was like, well, I gotta accept the match. If somebody's got the microphone going in the background, and I can maybe get a little bit of a reaction from.
How do I turn that shit off?
So yeah, a little bit of background noise from that microphone and whatnot, and I think they turned the microphone off after that.
Allow me to demonstrate.
So Takeda versus Kenshi, which is, if I remember right, it's father versus son in the story. Yeah. So usually, whenever anybody uses Takeda, they do this little like jumping trick and whatnot, where they jump up and they try and fly in at you and everything. And with Takeda, it is kind of easy to get around it. I've been noticing if you just stay right on them, don't let them breathe and whatnot. You see this guy, he's trying to do it. Gets a couple little shots on me here and there, which is it's alright, it's fine. I still had the block button right there too. Like that was another really big one. So I still had total control over the matchup. Still was feeling very comfortable with Kenshi. I don't know. I just, like I said, this is like my second main on MKX right now. Maybe when the next patch comes through, who knows? I might have somebody else I'm playing with. I know that they did a little something with Reptile too. I was seeing that, and I was not trying to teabag right there too. I want to put that out on the air right now. I was not trying to teabag. I was trying to get a move to work in my controller, because I use a regular controller. I've never used a fight stick like ever. I never played on an arcade system either. Like I said, I'm totally newer to this genre. So every once in a while,
I need to turn off
the direction. I forget if this guy says anything. If he does, I'll let you guys hear it. Don't worry. One more nice little fatality right there.
Is that brutality or?
Kenshi wins. Fatality.
That guy didn't even know it was a fatality. He was calling it brutality or something like that. Alright, so looked for another matchup once again, and I think this wasn't that the same guy or somebody else with a microphone or something. I don't know. I'm having a hard time paying attention right now with names. But anyways, I went in here with Kung Lao, and it was a mistake. It was definitely a mistake. I don't know. I know Kung Lao is definitely an online favorite. It's just usually every time I use Kung Lao, it's in kind of a laggy-ish type deal lobby, and at the same time, I guess I'm not comfortable enough using Kung Lao. I'm way more or maybe I don't have enough confidence using Kung Lao. I'm way more confident using Sub-Zero. So, yeah, Kung Lao versus Sub-Zero right there. And I was just kind of testing the waters with this. If I could beat, Sub-Zero with Kung Lao, it's like, well, okay. And plus, it's Grandmaster Sub-Zero, which is supposed to be the better of the Sub-Zeros. Me, I always use Cryomancer one, the one that has all the sword and the hammer and all that stuff, just because I like those tools a lot better. And this guy, he just totally, he wrecked me. There wasn't much I could do. I just, like I said, I'm not confident with Kung Lao. Maybe a little bit later on, I will be more up to speed. I really wish there was a rematch feature on here. Like I remember, I'm pretty sure it was MK9. They had a button you could hit, and then you'd have a rematch option on there if somebody wants to fight again, then you can do that. But I don't think they have it on here. At least I haven't seen it yet. So this guy, he earned the they definitely earned the win right here. I didn't know really what I was doing with Kung Lao online. So you'll see, I do get my butt kicked. And we got that connect mic going again. I'm like, oh, I got one more sliver. And then he lets me get down. Tries to freeze me again. And I know what they were going for right there. They were going for that brutality. That's why I was like, no, you ain't getting brutality on me. But, yeah, end up getting the other brutality anyways. Which is alright, because, like I said, I didn't really know quite what I was doing right there. So, yeah, they did definitely earn that victory. I'm not going to be too salty about it. Now, I remember this fight was probably the best fight of this little recording session I did right here. This person knew exactly how to use Kano. Very good, very nice. It was it's probably one of my most favorite matchups so far. So just a lot of zoning techniques being used right there, and not a lot of cheapness. Actually, I don't think there was any cheap stuff at all in this matchup. It was just me and him trying to pick our spots, zoning each other out, trying to fight back and forth the best we could and keep it a nice competitive matchup. I do a little super kick right there for the win on that round.
Round 2, fight.
That's right, we end up that fight at round 2. So, freeze him up, and that's always a little bit, like I said, I just do like 30% combos, so like 6, 7, maybe 8 hits at once. The guy brings it back right here with the X-Ray. X-Rays always hurt, drains your health bar right down there. Try to freeze him up just a little bit, see if I can get anything. Just trying to open him up right there, and he throws you back. Some people might consider that to be kind of cheap, but really it is just a zoning tactic. He's just trying to, get my health down to just enough so he can finish me out. When you're in the middle of a game, it is kind of annoying, but it's all up to you. Every time, that's the number one thing I always tell myself. Anytime I'm playing a game like this, see, I should have had this, and then I was like, what? How do you get me? What? It's just that knife. But anytime a match starts going like that, where somebody just starts throwing something cheap out, that's the one thing I like about MKX, especially, is there's a million different ways you can get around it. So it really comes down to yourself. Just learning how to get around different situations, learning how to get out of a cheap spot. If somebody keeps teleporting on you with Scorpion, or if somebody's throwing knives at you like excessively, like the whole match. Like this guy, yeah, he threw some knives at me, but I accepted it just because he was just kind of draining me down a little bit. And then I kind of noticed it right there. I was like, oh man. And see, he got me right here. It was a good matchup. I was like, he hit me with a 30% combo and got that finisher. Got the fatality right there. So, like I said, very good matchup. GG's, props, all that good stuff. I was a bit salty, just a tad bit salty on that one, but it was more or less just respect for that matchup because it was a good one. So let's see here, what's we got on the next matchup.
Challenge accepted.
So this next matchup right here is Melina, and of course the person, this person definitely really liked the Melina stuff, had a lot of Melina gear, or a lot of the icon and all that stuff. I like. Anyway, so another really close matchup, really good matchup. Really did like what the person was doing with Melina right here. Anti-air, man. When you start getting hit by anti-airs, it really does make you start thinking because a lot of times the easiest way to open up a combo is by jumping and doing doing a down punch or whatever they want to call it. I know that's not the fighting terms for it, but it's like down 1 or like a down 4 or something like that. I think it is. Or jump in 4, jump in 1. I don't know. Anyway, so I'm just showing you how much of a noob I am. So I'm learning, guys. So a lot of anti-air work right here. Very, very nice anti-air work. And just keeping the combo running with different stuff. See, every time I went to go jump, it was like boom right there. Now I was trying to time my jump out, kind of like, and again I was trying to what was I trying to do? I think I was trying to either slide and my nerves just like, because my hands start shaking every once in a while whenever the nerves start kicking, I'm like, oh god, this match is like, I'm working on it, I'm trying to get better at it, but you'll see like every once in a while, like it looks like I'm teabagging a crazy match. I'm not trying to do, I'm just trying to get the directionals to work. I promise you. It's just sometimes the controller, man, you hit the directionals and it won't work. See, I even lost that fight right there because of it. So, oh yeah. I kind of cornered the person right here. I was like, all right, I want to get a really good last final round on this video, and yeah, I was mean. I was kind of mean right here. So did that and kind of screwed the fatality a bit, but even though I screwed the fatality, kind of redeeming. That's right, flawless. So, end the video out right there. Hit the thumbs up, share it around, and of course, if you subscribe to the channel, it's going to make sure that you stay tuned for all new videos coming soon.